What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with our Columbus Aviators franchise here in year number 4 as the Aviators are getting ready to take on the Seattle Seahawks for Super Bowl 53. We have finally made it. It has been 4 years in the making, building players each and every year, adding somebody else to this core, and we have finally reached our goal of making a Super Bowl. Now it is time to buckle down and pull out the victory. You know, we felt like we've had a really good team throughout the past few seasons, and unfortunately injuries have really derailed us in the playoffs. This year we have remained healthy to this point, and we are looking to face a very good Seattle Seahawks team. However, this team is a lot different than what we are used to seeing, as the Seahawks do still have Russell Wilson, the MVP in the NFL this season, but they have revamped the rest of their offense. They have a star young wide receiver in Spencer Tracy, a rookie out of Tennessee, and they have a rookie running back who has been killing it as well in Darius Long. So 2 players we are definitely going to have to keep an eye on throughout this game. Their defense is still elite. They have playmakers across the field, and it's not going to be easy for Marcus Mariota. Remember, he's a quarterback that struggles with making mistakes a lot, and this Seahawks team is more than capable of capitalizing on that. You know, 1 or 2 mistakes in this game could really turn the tide, so we're going to need Mariota to be focused and lead this team to a victory. He's gotten a lot of help from the Aviators defense so far in the playoffs. They've really made some big time plays, but when it comes down to it, we are going to need him to be our leader for this game. That is what we are going to be counting on. And as you can see here, the Seahawks will receive the ball first. Mason Johnson is going to kick us off here. Super Bowl 53 is on the way. Let's get this thing going, and here it is. And this is going to be fielded on about the 5-yard line by Harris here, up past the 15, the 25, the 25, up to the 30-yard line. A 25-yard return from Harris, and that will set the Seahawks up with pretty solid field position, bringing out Russell Wilson again. He just won MVP, the most dangerous threat in the NFL, and our defense is really going to have to come prepared if we would like to win this game. He's going to get things going, handing the ball off to Darius Long. No gain on the play there. The rookie running back not able to find a hole there. 2nd and 10 on the left side. Spencer Tracy, the rookie wide receiver, with a 15-yard reception for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson in the pocket on the right side. He will find Long again, tackled by his own man there. But the Seahawks going to their rookies early on in this game. That was a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3, play action. Wilson going deep down the field. Here is Spencer Tracy again, and he is down on about the 7-yard line. The pass interference does not matter. Dre Kirkpatrick unable to slow down the star wide receiver. And here's Darius Long on the outside. That is Derek Morgan on the stop. 2nd and goal. Wilson pressure coming, and Rodgers is going to get the sack for the Aviators defense. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. Wilson in the pocket looking for the end zone. Pressure on its way here. He's going to throw it for Brian Quick, and he is down. The receiver out of Appalachian State unable to get the touchdown there, and the Seahawks are going to have to settle for a field goal, going on top 3-0 here early on in Super Bowl 53. Going to be interesting to see how Mariota comes out. He really struggled last week, and he will hand the ball off to Bishop Sankey. That's good for a 7-yard carry. Sankey really the heart and soul of this offense throughout the season, and Mariota's going to throw that one away under pressure. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 to go. Here is Sankey again, breaking a tackle, and he has the 1st down for the Aviators to the 33-yard line. Little play action there. Mariota rolling out, going to go deep. This is Curtis Harden, and he is gone. That is a touchdown for the Columbus Aviators, and that is exactly what we needed to see from Curtis Harden, stepping up, making a big-time play. That is a 67-yard touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, and the Aviators will go on top 7-3. Curtis Harden, a big-time receiver, really coming out and making it known that he belonged in the Pro Bowl this year. He did get snubbed, and making a touchdown, a big touchdown in the biggest game of the year, going to put his team on top 7-3. Here is Darius Long, and the Seahawks offense back out onto the field once again. Long nowhere to go there. 2nd and 10. Wilson going to try scrambling this time, and Derek Morgan is there to meet him, getting the sack for the Aviators defense. It is going to be 3rd and 15 here for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson in the pocket. Time to work with, pressure collapsing though, and he is going down again. Derek Morgan Morgan getting 2 sacks on the drive, and that is going to set up 4th and 22. The Seahawks are going to have to punt the ball away. Schmidt kicking it to the rookie out of East Carolina, Bakari Boswell. He will field this on about the 12-yard line, the 30. Nice little juke move, the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, all the way down to the 31-yard line. A Seahawk territory taken down by the punter, but a 55-yard punt return for Bakari Boswell. What a play. It was really the juke move that separated him from the defense, and that is exactly what we need. Big time plays from the special teams, and this could help set it up to where we can make this a 2-possession game as Sean Sutton has his first catch of the day. He will take it down to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10, Sankey on the left side, nowhere to go there. It is going to be 2nd down and 10 yards. Sankey again tries to juke inside, not fooling the defense though. Going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Aviators on the right side. Tavon Austin delivers a 1st down to the 7-yard line. A 12-yard pickup for the backup running back there. Sankey gets stuffed immediately. Not a good start for him today. 2nd and goal. Mariota going to roll out. Cannot find anywhere to go with the ball. He will throw it away, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. They need to get into the end zone here. Austin was open, but Mariota did not see him in time. That is going to go out of bounds, and the Aviators are going to have to settle for a field goal. Johnson will knock it right through the uprights, making it a 7-point game as the Aviators capture a 10-3 lead with 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Russell Wilson, MVP, coming back out onto the field and finding Jermaine Kearse on the left side up to the 42-yard line. Russell Wilson starting this game out perfectly as Darius Long runs right up the middle to the 50-yard line, an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Here's Long on the outside, wearing number 24, no less, mind you. So one great running back to potentially another. Here's Polk this time. He is going to pick up 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Play action, fooling the defense. Wilson rolling out. He has some room to run. Instead, he tries throwing it, and Roby is there to break it up. He was in position to make the interception, but was not aware of where the ball was. And now Spencer Tracy unable to hold on to the ball there. Kirkpatrick on the coverage. That's going to make it 4th and 6. The Seahawks are going to settle for a field goal, and they will knock it right through the uprights. 10-6 is going to be the score. 23 seconds to go in this first quarter. The Aviators offense will come back out onto the field, and here is Sankey on the outside, has a block ahead of him. The 50-45 taken down at the 42-yard line. A 38-yard run from Sankey. He had really struggled prior to that run. 5 carries for 12 yards, but he is going to break off a big one there. And McCarthy not happy with his defense in that situation. Really, it's been a few big plays separating the Aviators from the Seahawks right now. The Seahawks have been marching down the field slowly, but the Aviators keep making big plays, whether it be the pass game, the run game, or even special teams, as Dorial Green-Beckham has a 2-yard reception there. 2nd and 8. Mariota going deep, looking for Green-Beckham. He cannot hold on to the ball. It would not have mattered either way. There is a holding on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 18. Play action, not fooling anybody. Pressure on its way. Mariota barely gets the ball out of his hands there. It is going to be 3rd down and 18 to go. And Mariota's going to have to make a big-time play, and he does, finding Curtis Hart, and that is good for a 1st down, exactly 18 yards, and that is exactly what we needed from our star wide receiver. He has come out swinging here today as Sankey, once again, nowhere to go. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 for the Aviators offense. Mariota going to have to make something happen here. I apologize. I usually edit that. Oh, I remember what happened. The game glitched, guys. I apologize. I don't know what happened. My recording software just did not record those 3 plays. That's why I was showing that. And unfortunately, we are going to have to settle for a field goal. As you can see, we only gained a few yards there, so it's not going to matter. But Mason Johnson will knock it through the uprights. And once again, we have a 7-point ball game, 13-6, as the Seahawks come back out onto the field. Darius Long, the rookie, going to pick up a few yards there, 4 to be specific. 2nd and 6. On the right side, Jimmy Graham getting involved this time, but it is coming back on a holding call for the Seahawks. 2nd and 16. Here's Long on the outside. He avoids Casey. Will not avoid McElroy. 3rd and 12. Wilson going deep down the field, and Morris makes the catch over Trenton McKnight on the play. McKnight was in position to really bat that one away, or at the very least deliver a big hit, and unfortunately he gave one up there. 1st and 10 going to the end zone, but McKnight is going to get the interception on the 1-yard line. He just allowed a big catch. They challenged him again, and he was not going to make the mistake, but what a grab from Trenton McKnight to get this interception. A one-handed grab over Morris to make the play. Look at that catch. McKnight stepping up in the biggest game of the year. That is exactly what this team needed. Unfortunately, we're going to be on the half-yard line here. Sankey trying to get us out of a difficult situation, and he will do that. He does take it to the 5-yard line, breaking a few tackles along the way. 2nd and 5 here is Sankey. Get on the outside. He has a 1st down, but there is another holding call, and this is coming back. 2nd and 6, a little read option, and that is going to be a safety. Bruce Irvin gets the Mariota in the end zone, and just not a good play call from Ryan Mack at all. The defense was not fooled. Mariota not doing a good play, good read there. To be honest, if he hands that one off, it could go for a big play. Instead, the Seahawks are going to get the safety, 13-8, and they will have the ball back as Long runs for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4, going deep down the field, and that is a missed opportunity. Spencer Tracy burned Dre Kirkpatrick on the play. However, the Aviators got pressure into Wilson's face and forced him into a difficult throw, and it is not going to pay off. 3rd and 4, they're looking for Long. Not going to happen. That is Avery Williamson on the stop, and it'll be 4th down and 6, so the Seahawks will punt the ball away back to the Aviators, looking to come out and make up for that safety on the last drive. That is Sankey, a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9, Mariota rolling out, and he will find Tavon Austin so good out of the backfield. This time that will go for about 3 yards. 3rd and 6, Mariota rolling out again, and he is going to scramble for a 1st down and more, wisely getting out of bounds at midfield. A 15-yard carry for Mariota, and that is exactly what we needed from him in this situation. 1st and 10 on the right side. Bishop Sankey out of the backfield with the reception, breaking one tackle. He will take it down to the 41-yard line for a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Sankey has the 1st down for the Aviators to the 39. Picking up 2 on the play. 1st and 10. Mariota going to roll out of the pocket a little bit, and then he will find Curtis Harden once again, stepping up, taking it down to the 17-yard line. A 22-yard play. Mariota from the 17 gets intercepted. This is KJ Wright, and now Mariota is the only one to catch him. Chance Jokel coming up, and Mariota will miss the tackle. Jokel will take him down at the 13-yard line, but that is a huge mistake from Marcus Mariota. We talked about it pregame. You know, he's prone to making mistakes, and this is a defense that will absolutely capitalize on it. It could have been a good throw, but Mariota just did not see him in time, and KJ Wright has a lot of speed to make the play on the ball right there. And the Aviators find themselves with their back against the wall now, but this is going to be a holding call, or no, I'm sorry, offsides on the play. So 1st and 5, Darius Long again, going to lose 2 yards there, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 10-yard line. That is Justin Brown on the stop. 2nd and 7 on the left side. Jimmy Graham breaks a tackle and takes it down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal as we hit the 2-minute warning. To the right side, Spencer Tracy beating Avery Williamson. That is a touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks, and they will recapture the lead here. Now they have an opportunity to go for 2, and I don't believe they're going to take it, which is a weird call. It would make it a 3-point game, but they're going to trust their defense for it to not matter, I guess. So they're going to go ahead and settle for the extra point, and it'll be 13-15. They are kicking it off. This is going to be Bakari Boswell on about the 8-yard line here, going to the outside, cutting back inside, a little juke move, breaking a tackle, and he will take it to the 33-yard line. A good return from Bakari Boswell there. Once again, setting this Aviators offense up with good field position, but they've made mistakes their last 2 drives, and now Mariota is going down with an injury. Bobby Wagner gets to him, sacks him, and a 9-yard loss on the play. Mariota is going to be down. This is not good for the Aviators. It's something we've experienced throughout the past few seasons with them. You know, he's injury prone, and this is going to bring out Tyson Russell as that one is swatted away. Not a good start for him, and he was not expecting to be thrown into this situation. Looking for Sean Sutton there. That is going to get swatted away. and all of a sudden the Aviators are not in a good position. Here comes the punt. This is going to be fielded on about the 20. No, he muffs it, and the Aviators have recovered. Eduardo Ivory, back from injury, is going to make a play and get on the ball there, and that is a huge break for this Aviators team. We've had a few mistakes early on with turnovers, and then broken ribs for Marcus Mariota. He will not return for Super Bowl 53. Tyson Russell, it's all going to be on the young quarterback's shoulders here. He will hand it off to Sankey for an 8-yard gain. On the right side, Bakari Boswell going to go down at the 10-yard line and gain a 7. First and goal, Bakari Boswell again down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal, Sankey gets stuffed. Going to be third down and goal from the 3 here. They need to get into the end zone. Boswell going to find Sean Sutton, and he fights his way across the goal line. That is a touchdown for the Columbus Aviators. What a play from Sutton. And now Curtis Harden and Sean Sutton have both found their way into the end zone. 15 seconds to go before halftime. And that is a huge play from Tyson Russell, making it happen. Really coming from a muffed punt. I mean, the Seahawks just cannot be happy with that situation. They were all set to go into halftime with the lead, maybe even put more points up on the board. Instead, it is going to be 20-15 heading into halftime. But the real story, Marcus Mariota going down with an injury once again. Tyson Russell, a very young quarterback, no experience in games like this, and we are going to have to rely on him to take this Aviators team to the next level. He has done well in his opportunities this year, but the Super Bowl is a different story, and it's going to be interesting to see how he responds in the second half. Here we are in the second half. Russell on the left side. That is broken up. Looking for Curtis Harden on the play. 2nd and 10. Sankey on the outside. He will take it up to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 on the left side. That is swatted away. And that is a quick 3 and out for this Aviators offense. Long on the right side as the Seahawks take over. And that's good for about a yard gain. 2nd and 9. Spencer Tracy, another reception down to the 43. 3rd and 5. Wilson going to find Jermaine Kearse. That is good for a first down. He will take it to the 42-yard line. Actually, he beat Tyrone Stevens on the play. Not something you see happen a whole lot there. And there he is again. That is 2nd and 5 on the right side. That is getting swatted away by Ramorius Culliver. Going to be 3rd down and 5. Russell Wilson in the pocket, finding Jimmy Graham. That is a Seahawk first down to the 24-yard line. A 13-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Here is Darius Long. He will take it to the 18-yard line. Good for 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Pressure coming. Wilson is going down. And that is going to be Justin Brown on the sack. The 7th round pick last year. You know, we really weren't sure if he was going to play, but the injury to Malik Hale forced him back into the lineup, and he is going to make a big-time play there as Brian Quick has the first down reception for the Seahawks to the 11-yard line. Here is Long again, spinning back to the inside. Good for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Wilson trying to run. He fumbles the ball. Avery Williamson recovers, and they have taken over. Jabbar Jordan forces the fumble for the Aviators defense. The rookie safety doesn't get a whole lot of time on our defense yet, but definitely showing a big-time playmaker ability by forcing that fumble. And the Aviators will take over and avoid allowing the Seahawks to take back the lead. 2nd and 7. Boswell with the reception up to the 25-yard line. Sankey up the left side this time. He will take it to the 29. 2nd and 6. Russell going to find Wayne Chapman. He has been quiet today, but he is going to make a big-time play there to the 41-yard line. 6 of 10 for 41 yards so far for Russell. On the left side, he will find Curtis Harden this time. That is good for a first down and more. Down to the 42-yard line of Seahawk territory. Tavon Austin cuts back inside there. Picks up about 2. 2nd and 8. Here is Sankey up the middle, and he will take it down to the 33-yard line. 3rd and 1. Russell on the left side, and that is caught out of bounds by Austin. It is going to be 4th and 1, and we were going to try to kick a field goal. They asked for a punt, but with the wind 10 miles in our face, 4th and 1, we trust our offense enough. We trust our offensive line, and we trust Bishop Sankey. Will it pay off? 4th and 1. Here we go. They hand the ball off. Sankey up the middle, and he delivers a first down, a 3-yard gain down to the 30-yard line, and the drive will stay alive as the Aviators are looking to put some more points up on the board here. 1st and 10 going to the end zone. Dorial Green-Beckham unable to hold on to the ball, swatted away by Richard Sherman on the play. 2nd and 10. Sankey up the middle. nowhere to go this time. It is going to be 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Russell needs to deliver a first down, and he finds Curtis Harden into the end zone. Touchdown for the Aviators. That is Harden's 2nd touchdown of the day, and just as spectacular as the first, holding on with one hand, guarded by his former teammate Prince Amukamara. Look at this catch, one-handed into the end zone, and that is a big-time play from a big-time receiver. He has received some criticism this year for his lack of explosive plays, but you know what? He is making them in the Super Bowl, and that is exactly what we needed from him. 27-15 is going to be the score. Play action. Wilson looking for Curse. That is broken up by Tyrone Stevens there. Here is Darius Long, 3rd and 2. He has the first down for the Seahawks to the 46-yard line. About a 10-yard gain there. 1st and 10. Wilson going to try to scramble this time, and he will slide down wisely instead of fumbling the ball, picking up 9 on the play. 2nd and 1. Here's Long up the middle. He has another Seahawk first down, and their offense is on the move. Wilson going down. That is Tyler McElroy getting the sack for the Aviators defense there. It will be 2nd and 19 for the Seahawks. Wilson needs to make a play on the left side, almost intercepted by Williamson there. Going to be 3rd and 19 now. Wilson looking down the field. Pretty solid coverage down the left side, and he is going to overthrow it there. And that is going to be Aviators' ball as they take over with a chance to extend the lead even further as we enter the 4th quarter after a 7-yard run from Sankey. Here is Sankey once again right up the middle, adding 7 more. 1st and 10, Sankey nowhere to go this time. Going to be 2nd and 9. Russell showing a lot of poise so far for a backup quarterback, and he will wisely throw this away. Going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Aviators over the middle. Sean Sutton is not going to be able to hold on to that. That was excellent coverage from the Seahawks there. Wilson trying to scramble, not going to work. Derek Morgan gets his 3rd sack of the day on the right side. Jimmy Graham makes a reception up to the 29-yard line. 3rd and 1, they're going to try to pass it, and Jimmy Graham unable to hold on to the ball. A risky call not to run the ball there, and the Aviators will take back over. 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard run, and there's Curtis Harden once again. He has had an outstanding game for this Aviator team. Sankey unable to hold on to the ball there, though. 2nd and 10. Here is Sankey again trying to cut back inside. Not going to work. He will pick up 4, though. 3rd and 6 on the left side. Prince Amukamara gets the interception. They were looking for Curtis Harden again. That matchup has been favorable for the Aviators so far, but Amukamara knows the Aviators team. He knows Curtis Harden, and he was able to make a play on the ball there. Amukamara did go down with an injury. He will be all right as Jimmy Graham with a huge reception down to the 24-yard line. Russell Wilson has this team on the move again, and now Brian Quick has a first down. The receiver out of Appalachian State with a 13-yard reception. 1st and 10. Wilson going to find Quick again down to the 4-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3. Wilson going to try to scramble. He cuts back inside. Touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks, and they are right back in this game. Wilson has not ran the ball a whole lot here today, but we know how dangerous he is on the ground, and Coach Mack not happy that the defense was not ready for that one. In fact, it looks as if Morgan might have been able to make the stop there, but he was trying to stay in coverage, and Wilson saw that and capitalized on it. The Seahawks get into the end zone. Once again, we have a 1-possession game, 27-22 as Sankey goes up the middle. He has really been huge here in the second half. He struggled in the first half, but he has made some plays, and here he is out of the backfield, breaking a tackle, still going up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Tavon Austin comes in for a run. He will take it to the 49-yard line of Seahawk territory. 2nd and 2, Wayne Chapman with a first down catch to the 43, a gain of 6. 1st and 10, Bakari Boswell has another reception, and Russell is commanding this offense after that interception, looking to make up for it, and the Aviators are on the move. 3rd and 2, Chapman holds on, and that is another first down on the left side. Sean Sutton with the reception, using his speed to get to the outside, really not going to pay off a whole lot. Sankey breaks 1 tackle, unable to break the second. It is going to be 3rd down and 9 here. Russell not sure where to go here, looking down the right side, and Dorial Green-Beckham unable to stay in bounds there, and the Aviators are going to have to settle for a field goal. Mason Johnson will knock this through the uprights, but we have a 1-possession game, 22-30. 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go. The Seahawks offense with MVP quarterback Russell Wilson versus the Aviators defense. And this is Morris going to get a 14-yard reception to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson going to scramble again, and he will slide down at the 40-yard line after picking up 6. 2nd and 4 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Darius Long has a first down and more, still on his feet, down to the 45-yard line. A 15-yard carry for the rookie running back Russell Wilson on the left side, overthrowing it there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Wilson in the pocket, being forced to throw to Douglas in traffic, unable to hold on to the ball there. And that is DJ Moore there. 3rd and 10 now. Wilson in the pocket going deep, and Douglas into the end zone. Touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. The 2nd-year pro going to make a big-time play, beating Ramorius Culliver. And that is just unacceptable. In fact, I think Williamson was supposed to be there as well, but there was no way he was going to cover Douglas. 6'4", a lot of height for this young receiver. And it's coming down to the 2-point conversion. 30-28 is going to be the score. Wilson on the right side looking for Jermaine Kearse, and he cannot hold on to the ball. Jabbar Jordan with the coverage, but really the ball was placed perfectly for Kearse. He could just not get his grip on it. And that is a huge drop. Look at this again. Unbelievable. Right in the numbers. He cannot make the play. It's coming down to this onside kick. 30-28. And the Aviators have recovered. Kendall Wright breaking a tackle on the outside. The 40-35. He is going to return it all the way down to the 27-yard line. Really not a huge factor in our receiving game, but the veteran wide receiver going to make a big-time play there. And that is just unbelievable. McCarthy cannot believe it. Kearse had it in his numbers and could not hold on to the 2-point conversion there. Sankey and the Aviators just have to run it out, but Sankey fumbles, and luckily Tyson Russell, the backup quarterback, is going to have the awareness to recover the fumble. What a critical play that could have turned south quickly for this Aviators offense. McCarthy knows the writing is on the wall. Unless they can prevent the Aviators from getting a first down. 3rd and 1, it's coming down to this play right here, and Sankey will deliver the first down. The Aviators only have to kneel the clock out at this point, and they are going to win Super Bowl 53, 30-28 over the Seattle Seahawks. What a game. All season long, we really haven't utilized Curtis Harden the way we've wanted to, and he made some big-time plays here today. Marcus Mariota going down with another injury in the playoffs, and this time our young quarterback Tyson Russell picked up the reins and led this team to a Super Bowl victory. Unbelievable. You see them celebrating in midfield. That is Culliver and Chance Jokel, teammates there. Justin Brown was out there as well. Unbelievable showing. Wilson cannot believe it. He made some critical mistakes with that fumble, and then the interception on the 1-yard line. That did turn out to be a safety, but still not a play when they could have gotten up 7 points there. The Aviators are going to win the Super Bowl. Curtis Harden has to be MVP if you ask me. A standout performance from him, but again, Tyson Russell subbing into this game, into the Super Bowl against one of the most elite defenses in the NFL. Outstanding performance from him. Dorial Green-Beckham going to hoist the trophy there, passing it off to Coach Ryan Mack, and the Aviators have done it. They made the change, moving over out of Tennessee, and that was met with some criticism. You know, people weren't sure if they would be able to achieve a certain level of success with Coach Ryan Mack. And against all odds, the Aviators have come out on top here, and they will win their first Super Bowl. Russell Wilson did have a pretty good game, 106.8 quarterback rating, 22 of 33, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mariota is going to have a higher quarterback rating than Tyson Russell, but Russell threw for 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. But a lot of storylines going into the offseason. You know, do we bring Mariota back? He led us to the Super Bowl, but he has been injured in 3 straight playoffs. Can we really rely on him? A lot of question marks there for sure. His interception nearly cost us as well. Bishop Sankey, though, an outstanding game from him. 29 carries, 144 yards. He did have that fumble at the end. That could have been incredibly costly to our team. Luckily, Russell was there to recover it for us. Tyson Russell, that is, not Russell Wilson, as the Russell quarterbacks go back and forth there. Overall, though, I could not be more proud of this team. Curtis Harden, 6 catches, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. He had that long of 67 to blow things open in the first quarter. Brian Quick for the Seahawks having a good game, 5 catches, 62 yards. The receiver out of Appalachian State. And then Spencer Tracy, the rookie wide receiver out of Tennessee. A monster game from him as well, 5 catches, 64 yards. Unbelievable showing by everybody here. It really was. Jimmy Graham, 4 catches, 66 yards. One name that we haven't really seen yet is Jermaine Kearse, and that is because Tyrone Stevens did an outstanding job on him. Only 2 catches for 32 yards. This is their #1 wide receiver for MVP quarterback Russell Wilson, and he just could not find him. Seth Douglas, the second-year pro out of LSU, had that touchdown as well, and that really kept the Seahawks in the game, or put them back into the game, I should say. But overall, we have been with this team for 4 years, and we have finally brought in the Super Bowl. Unbelievable performance. Every draft pick we made, Ramorius Culliver, McElroy, Tyrone Stevens, Curtis Harden, Sean Sutton, all of these players have really built us into a great, great team. And unfortunately, we're going to get to a point where we're going to have to figure out which of these guys we want to move forward with, because the salary cap is going to come crunching down. How about Prince Amukamara playing for the Seahawks, getting an interception against his former team? Trenton McKnight, though, the guy that replaced him, replaced Marquestin Huff, had a big-time play as well to make up for the previous one that he gave up. But excellent performance from the Aviators, guys. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me throughout this season. It is not an easy task to win the Super Bowl by any means, but it's even more difficult to repeat. And we are going to change the sliders to reflect that. We are going to make it very difficult to achieve this same level of success next season. And I think it's going to be fun, because I think our team's going to get better. We have free agency to work with. We have the draft to work with. And we can add some more players to this team to kind of fill some of the holes we might have seen on defense throughout the season, or reasons why our offense couldn't really get going. But I do want to say thank you, guys. Your support throughout this series has been phenomenal. And I am looking forward as we continue this journey with the Columbus Aviators, winners of Super Bowl 53, Sneaky Nation. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Later.